Michael Tackett speaking, and I'm going to do a video about a group of blokes I haven't done a video in a while about, and that would be the MRA. The MRA don't like me. They don't like Richard Coughlin. They don't like any guy who stands up and goes, well, you know what, we think we're for feminism because, we think that women should be treated like men, or equal to men. That really genuinely freaks a lot of MRA out. In my 4 or 5 years talking to these chaps, I've met probably 4 or 5 who've tried to have actual civilized conversations with me. And I know what you're thinking, well, some of your videos were emotionally charged. Yes. But there would be times where I would just actually ask a serious question in a comment, and just about every time I would get called some belittling name like mangina. In other words, folks, listen to that name, In other words, the worst thing for a man is to be, compared to a woman, like a vagina part. You are a woman. Oh, for MRA out there, please, if you actually do have some sane people out there, please tell me that you don't condone this kind of, you're like, we're not belittling women, we just want to talk about men, and then you call any man who stands up for a woman and feminism in general a mangina. That's a belittling comment. And I've seen a lot of ignorance especially about rape. Rape is the one topic that seems to be almost impossible to talk about. It is tough, no doubt about it, but here's the thing. I can accept if somebody says I was raped, and you hear some people go, you know what, I've heard about some false rapes happening, I want more evidence. If I can understand that point of view, I may not agree with it, I'm going to believe the victim. But if somebody says I just want evidence, I'm like, okay, alright, you don't know the person, you're just on YouTube watching a video, and you're like, well, maybe not, okay, hopefully not. If you're just doing that, then I'm like, yeah, that's understandable. But a young lady by the name, go to YouTube here, of Step Annika did a video called I Was Raped on Prom Night, my story. Got over 1 million views. It got 9,105 thumbs up, 9,108 thumbs down. In other words, I got more thumbs down than thumbs up, and what was the reason? Oh, well, let's listen to some of these ingenious comments. With that shirt, you will sure get raped. Okay. I'm just going to say this one time. I don't give a crap if a woman is dressed stark naked with the physique of Dolly Parton. It doesn't give you a right to rape them. It doesn't give you a right to violate them. I don't care what they're wearing. Because see, here's where your little analogy falls apart. You're like, well, look at that sexy outfit, that turns me on. What sexy outfit? Because some guys, I've actually talked to some men who say, man, I think my girl looks so hot in blue jeans, or I think my girl looks so hot, and I think coat, they think the coat's sexy. So in other words, the woman had it coming just for dressing like that. The man can't control himself. Oh, well, I've heard some great, wonderful excuses like, well, the dub can't control themselves because they have a disease called antisocial personality disorder. This is from Mayo Clinic. It's called sociopathy. It's a mental condition in which a person consistently shows no regard for right and wrong, and nor the rights and feelings of others. People with antisocial personality disorder tend to antagonize, manipulate, and treat others harshly, and with callous indifference, they show no guilt or remorse for their behavior. Okay, by the definition of this, they would do it no matter what. They just don't know the difference in right and wrong, and they don't really care. So in other words, what they were wearing had nothing to do with it. Stop making excuses. Some people are, oh, here's a good one. According to you guys, then all women should stay home then. Don't go out, don't associate, don't go to the mall. That's ignorant. Here's a better one. If you know you have that condition, then your family think you may have it, or if people see you act, really kind of mean to other people and know that you might be a danger, you stay home. You don't go out. You don't put yourself in that situation where you may cause somebody harm. Oh, well, that sounds a bit better now, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Because that way, regular good folks get to go out and they don't have to worry about scumbags like you. So people say some people can't help themselves. You can always put yourself out of that situation. Right? Well, he didn't have to put himself in that situation. Well, the rapist didn't have to put himself there, did he? You do realize that there are men who get raped. So, in other words, you're pretty much demonizing what they go through. This girl had to make a video explaining, and they're like, well, what happened? Why did a lot of people think she made it up because she was drunk, and she was so drunk she was passing out, and a guy was trying to, force himself on her, and she was trying to fight off until she just finally passed out. Her friend said that while she was asleep, he had sex with her. This made a lot of people very upset that that's not rape. Yes, it is rape. Let's go to the definition of rape, why don't we? From dictionary.com. Unlawful sexual intercourse or any other sexual penetration of the vagina, anus, or mouth or of another person with or without force, by a sex organ or other body part or foreign object without the consent of the victim. Without the consent of the victim. In other words, if they're out, they can't give you consent. You raped them. And I know there are going to be some people get on this video below, in the comments, and they're going to go off because reality is like Richard Coughlin said, and I'm going to put Richard's video below. I think a lot of you have a guilty conscience that you have raped someone. Yeah. And then anytime somebody brings up rape, your mind just goes kablooey. Because you don't want to admit what happened and you're so scared that you're going to get caught. Oh, man. Because, I'm just sitting here like, why are you getting this upset? Here's more. I'm going to go to one of my old videos. Rock and Mr. E and Michael Crook are sexist idiots. Nice title. I basically, let especially Michael Crook have it because he did a video saying that rape was all in a woman's mind. Yep, he said it. He actually said that rape was not real. And I usually don't do this, but I'm going to put my video below because the video is private. It's gone. And I want people to know what he said, and like, oh, you're just making it up. No, it was a real video. So I'm going to put the video below, and even if you don't want to watch the video, there's the link to his. Well, no, wait a minute. You have to watch it because I play his video and stop him when I think he did something stupid, which was pretty much the whole video. Anyway, there were some lovely comments to me, just absolutely lovely. Listen to some of these ingenious comments from these critical thinkers who are not emotional at all. I was the emotional one. Okay, listen to this. You sound like an emotional, C-word. Mangina, wimp like you, are the result of being raised by a single mother. I was raised by a mom and dad. My dad just taught me not to treat women like a sexual object. My dad was a coal miner. A good old-fashioned guy, he was. He was a good gentleman and everything. Took care of my mom when my mom had her back broke. He did everything for her. She couldn't get out of bed and stuff, so he went to work, he came home, did the housework, took care of the kids, and then took care of her. And didn't complain about it. 33% of all rape accusations are false. From the FBI. Over 2 to... They make it flexible. 2 to 6% of rapes are false. But, they said that the number fluctuates up and down. But I'm just going to say, I'll say myself about 3%. Maybe even lower than that. But those are the numbers. So your 33%, prove it. He never did. Okay, he said that women have a rape fantasy and want to be taken by an aggressive. Okay. You do get the ideal of consent. Let's say a woman does have a rape fantasy. And she goes up and asks a guy, can you rape me? See, it's not rape because she wants it. It's consent. I just wouldn't do it. I'd be like, no. And any decent guy probably would reject it. But even, let's say her and her husband, and they both bang it, throw each other around the room. The difference is consent. If she consents to it and says, you know what, I like that. I like being treated like that. Then it's not a traumatizing event for her. She knows what she wants. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't, but, I would just be like, wow, that's someone who's dealing with a lot of problems. And, I think they need to get help. But yes, they do have a fantasy. That doesn't mean you should act on it. If somebody says, shoot me, shoot me, shoot me, please, I have a fantasy about being shot, doesn't mean you pull out the gun and blow their brains out. This comment is so full of stupidity. And he said that I should just sit down and pee because I'm a soft oh boy. Yeah, I'm so soft I let him have it in a couple of comments. But I'm going to read my last one to him. He said, he told me, he said, you should be, oh yeah, here we go. I just show, okay. Oh no, a stupid moron, and he calls me an emotional coward and starts calling me every little sexist name the moron can think of. Aw, did his poor little feelings get hurt? LOL, pathetic, no life, no laid, moron. Grow up in your life. Ouch. You should be willing to talk to you emotional mongoloid. Yeah, compare me to a poor kid with Down syndrome. Congratulations, douchebag. Me, LOL. Oh, how, wow, is that all you have? I said, dude, you are so weak and predictable. MRA morons like you are beta males who pretend to be alpha male. Yeah, I called him a beta male. Nice way to send men back to the Stone Age and knuckle drag in the end. Oh, and that was the end of that one. Okay. I had a guy call me a pathetic little whiny. Oh, the good old days. And here's another guy. I'm not even going to give their names. I'm not. But would your sisters say what a great brother they have? They won't because they don't have a brother. They have a metrosexual female for a brother. You're an embarrassment to all males. My response, oh no, what a stupid comment. He is for men's rights. Yeah, right. Yet he throws ad homs around for me being different. I said, hey, if being against rape is being a false man, then I am one. If being pro-rape is for a real man, then it says more about men than it does me. Yeah. I'm trying to be civilized, but when you deal with people like this, see, this is the kind of people I deal with a lot of times when it comes to the MRA. That's why I can't take you guys serious a lot of times. I mean, I admit that, yeah, some of my earlier videos were a big put down, you guys, but so no offense, you brought a lot of this on yourself, right? You call people names and you treat them like trash if they disagree with you, yet you get defensive and cry like a baby when somebody starts to defend themselves and they stand up to you. Sorry, but welcome to the internet, boys. I mean, also in Coughlin's video, he talked about Paul Elam, or the white the white Bill Cosby. And I was like, you know what, I have to check this out for myself. And hey, in case you haven't seen Coughlin's video, I'm going to put it below in the description box. I'm going to put a lot of good links below. But anyway, he's a part of a website called A Voice for Men, or I think he runs it. Jury duty at a rape trial from A Voice for Men. Acquit! Yeah, in other words, folks, and he's not kidding. If you are a man and you're on a jury, if you see a rape case, and you should quit the guy, even in the, even in the face of insurmountable evidence, you should acquit. Acquit. Wow. Let's just say the false rape accusations are as high as he says they are. Dude, if you're getting a rapist off, you're not helping the false rape. You're not. The people who did get accused of falsely raping someone, you're just hurting the victims who have been raped. So you're doing nothing for the false rapist. Jeez Louise. And of course, two of the biggest loudmouths for the MRA are TJ, the Amazing Atheist, and Thunderfoot. And both of them didn't really used to do videos about the MRA until TJ did a video, oh gosh, it was about The View when a woman chopped off a man's penis or something like that, bit it off or something, and he talked about how a lot of they were laughing and called them sexist and everything, and it got over 1 million views. So apparently in TJ's mind, he was like, well, I gotta do revenue for an audience. So he does have a video called Rape, Feminism, and the Amazing Atheist. Let's listen to a little bit of it.
Named Free Thought Blogs published a blog post about me entitled, "Is there any line you think should not be crossed? The Amazing Atheist, and what the atheist community apparently is okay with." It exemplifies a typical attack against me from the feminist perspective. I am a rape supporter. I am a misogynist.
Okay, this is the same guy who went to a rape victim's chat room and trolled the whole site. Yeah, Coughlin talked about this in his video. Like I said, I'm going to put his video below. And he actually told, I've said this before, but just in case a lot of people have not seen the videos about this, he actually told a rape survivor that, rape victim, that I hope you get raped again and that you drown in the rapist's cum. Yeah, he actually said that. So, sorry, TJ. Quit trying to play the victim. You reap what you sow. There's no excuse for that. Like I said, there is legitimate reasons to want to raise questions like why a lot of boys are falling behind in school. He's going to deny that. But here's my problem with a lot of you MRA now. You're belittling rape victims. You're belittling men who just want to say, hey, I think sexes should be treated equally. I think there's a lot of discrimination against women. You belittle them. Why should we take you serious? Why should we listen to you? Why? When you're just going to belittle everybody who doesn't listen to you or, who may disagree with you. Like I said, I learned the hard way. I did. I may have got more views and stuff, but I actually and you're like, well, you called someone last name, you earned it. However, like I said, I have met a few MRA who have been very nice and very civilized and intelligent. I may not agree with them, but I was like, okay, I can deal with people like this sitting here saying, hey, you know what, you got a point, let's talk about it, let's talk about what the problem is, what has happened, you make progress that way. You will keep spinning your wheels on this, guys, and I'm not kidding, you will. Stop. Just think. Don't do this. Don't belittle women who have been raped. Like I said, being a bit skeptical, I choose to believe the rape victim, but I can, at least go, well, either even women who say, well, I just want evidence, and some guys will be like, I don't know, maybe, I hope not. That's fine. But this ideal or attitude that every woman is lying about rape, and yes, I know that some feminists today are real radical and they go overboard. But, it's the same with War Corp 666, who, people talked about him getting Anita Sarkeesian feminist frequency to block him. But yet all he did was make rape jokes about her and call her vicious names. So, it'd have been one thing if you'd been debating and, you've been like, well, you got this wrong and stuff, and she would have got frustrated and blew her top and she blocked you, then yeah, that would have been a reason to celebrate. Because you basically cornered them into like they had no counter to what you were saying. But that didn't happen. You just acted like a little childish jerk and celebrated when somebody said, who's this moron, and just blocked you. I mean, I know a lot of men are really getting tired of people not listening to them, but you don't do yourself any justice when you just keep letting radicals belittle other people and start insulting the crap out of other people. Nobody won't listen to you then. I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. If you want people to listen, then tell them, hey, I want to, I have a problem, and here's a way we should solve it. If people get nasty with you on that, that's their problem, not yours. And you can defend yourself, absolutely. But like I said, just thinking that feminism is the scourge of the world, and like I said, you'd think that feminism is man-hating. No, that's misandry. I'm going to put the link below. Misandry is man-hating. You don't get to choose your own definition. I'm sorry, you don't. You can, but it just makes you dishonest when you don't go by the legal definition. I mean, unless it's really messed up, you have to prove that it's messed up. If it's the actual definition, then you don't have a leg to stand on. So try to treat those who have difference of opinions better than yours. I mean, just saying that all feminists are hate-mongering, it's silly. In feminist frequency, a lot of you have accused her of scamming. Well, then by all means, you upstanding citizens, have her arrested. Because you do know that scamming people is a felony. Yeah, it is. So, do your job, you loyal citizens who are concerned about someone's actions. Do your job and actually, call her out for it. If not, then you're just being a troll, trying to discredit a lot of the good points she's making. And I admit, I think some of the things that she's said about video games, I think has missed the mark a little bit, but she has brought up a lot of good points. I mean, look at the way a lot of women get treated online when they play video game tournaments. The names they get called, like some people even tell them, "Get out of here! You don't belong here," because video games is considered a boys' club, and it does happen a lot. Of course, you do have some accepting communities, but the fact of the matter is, you guys try to dismiss it and write it off as it doesn't happen. That's just not true. You want people to listen to your plight and the discrimination you go through, but you don't want to listen to other people's? See, that's what's wrong and why a lot of people don't take you serious. Your cult may believe you, but, pretty much everybody else outside of your cult thinks you're a joke. So, stop. Don't, like I said, it's an easy way to get subscribers on YouTube. Be an atheist, be an MRA, bam. Put down feminism. It's easy to do. Well, Michael, you've let some radical feminists have it. I've let some radicals have it, which is fine. Yes. However, I'm not dismissing feminism. Want proof? I want everybody to do this who watches the video. Type in, feminism is cancer, dishonest, a disease. You'll see it. Those are the first things you see when you type it in. Oh, I can't believe how far we've gone down. Like I said, yeah, I did my videos calling the MRA cancer and stuff, so I can't say that I didn't deserve a lot of that hate. On the other hand, you guys who come to someone's video when, I was attacking Rocky Mr. E and Michael Crook. Another video I did, it was about a 16-year-old girl who got raped. And yet, I had a lot of MRAs come on my videos, and basically the only thing they were doing was just belittling me and throwing out wild statistics that they couldn't prove. That's not going to help your cause, that's going to hurt it. Even if you think ganging up and thumbs downing the video and harassing people is going to help you, no, it's just going to make people look at you as a bunch of circus clowns. So if you really have something to say, say it. Make your point. Try to get other people to listen instead of driving them away.